Touch and sign. I feel like I shouldn't run. You're blocking me wanna see the way you fall apart. Even though you told me to get back your heart, I still spin inside your orbit. Yeah. You say that I should probably start to walk away. I'm hoping that you stop and make me have to stay, cause I'm floating in your orbit. Yeah, I'm stuck in your space, just my luck. Put me away, you understand. There's nothing left to say. Pull me back, take my hand. Come on, name, you understand. I wanna stay, cause I don't wanna walk away. Cause I don't wanna walk away. Cause I don't wanna walk away. Yeah, I'm stuck in your space. Just my luck. Put me away, you understand. There's nothing left to say. Pull me back, take my hand. Come on, please, you understand. I wanna stay. Cause I don't wanna walk away. I wanna see why you fall apart. Even though you told me to get back your heart, still spinning inside your orbit.
What's up, guys? Welcome back. I need to fix the stuff, man. But anyway, welcome back. Here we are again with the Inkosi Super Cup Season 3, Week 3. And of course, got my lovely Mr. Co-host here, Mr. Lean. How you doing?
Mr. Co-host, Mr. Lean.
Yeah, you're leaning
I'm
against the tree
man.
there.
Yeah. Yeah, this is my favorite spot. I'm sure you've become aware of that by now. This is where I like to chill.
Yeah, no, and you're pretty cool pretty good at keeping it perfectly still in that same spot, though. I mean,
yeah, it's an art. It's an art.
You can almost say for as long as we've been co-hosting, you've been in the same spot.
yeah. Maybe I'll move one day.
Yeah, maybe one day. Hopefully soon, though. Hopefully soon.
Yeah, hopefully soon.
There we go. All right, guys. So we're getting into, as I mentioned, our week 3 of the Inkosi Super Cup, and we've got an interesting lineup for you guys as well. So first up, we're going to be spectating the players from Group 1, and after that, we're going to be moving up into our best of 3 in the final there. And we'll be concluding the stream right after that. So yeah, we're just pretty much sitting now waiting for the match to get started, all the players to get into the lobby so we can get the action underway, get the ball rolling, get everything running. And yeah, if you guys would like to register for the Inkosi Super Cup, be sure to head over to the links down in the description. I've put everything in the description, I believe. I think I did. I believe so. Yes. Let's just check on all the screens. Yes, there we go. All right, so yeah, everything is in the description. You can find out all the info that you would need to participate in the Inkosi Super Cup right down below in the description, as I mentioned. And this is, of course, going to be a very interesting one. This is our 3rd week of qualifiers for the monthly final. And the teams then from the monthly final move on through over towards the Mzansi Cup. So... Oh, and Zanzi League. I said cup. It's the league. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
So they're moving through to that. And of course, for the Mzansi, we've got a combined prize pool there of 1 million rand. So it is definitely going to be an interesting one. And we've got a few interesting things coming up as well, especially in the next season of Inkosi. But we can't disclose the info just yet. It's still a
secret.
Yes, it is a secret for now. And so as soon as the information becomes available, we will disclose that to you guys on stream as well as across social media. So be sure to keep an eye out for that. But yeah, as I mentioned, we're just waiting now for the room to get started. I'm sure we have a slight little bit of a delay, but we might start in hopefully 2 seconds time. So Patrick, any particular teams any teams that you are particularly looking forward to seeing play tonight?
Honestly, I'm looking forward to seeing quite a number of teams play tonight because there are quite a few names that have popped up in recent times, that have been performing really well, or that at least should be performing really well, and we've seen them do exactly that. You know, they've been showing us some good performances. We've seen them, you know, pretty much across the board doing quite well. So, and we've seen them do quite well recently as well, and in some of the recent games. So I'm quite keen to see a lot of these teams, you know, get down and get busy. So I think it's more a case of I'm just going to see which of the teams that I'm watching, you know, shine tonight, because obviously the nature of the game is very much one where you can be shining one moment and then not so much in the next. You know, we saw that in even a recent game just the other day where we saw a team go out pretty much instantly, first team to hit the lobby, and then in the next game, you know, they were right at the top and all the way through. So yeah, I'm really keen to see what goes down in this match. I'm excited.
Yeah. All right, so without much further ado, let's jump into the lobby, seeing that it's started already. And then of course we're going to have a quick look at the teams that we'll be watching for this first round. So as you can see over in slot 5, we've got the players there from Temper. Then of course over in 7, we've got the team from Oxium Esports. In 8, we have the players from Blink. In 9, we've got Gun. Then of course in slot 10, we've got the players there from Reluctant. In 11, we've got the 031s. In 12, we have the team there from Effects. In 13, we've got the players there from the Bros. Then, of course, in slot 14, we've got the Escapades. In 15, we've got Uso Crimson. Then, of course, in slot 16 are the Liberators. In 18, we've got the players from MEA Africa. In 19, we have a Red Reserve. And then, of course, in slot 20, we've got the players there from Alias Unknown. So quite an interesting lineup that we've got with the teams here today. So hopefully we're going to see, you know, a nice bit of action. And, yeah, really looking forward to that.
I'm sure we will. I'm sure we will. Because we can see that flight path going down there from the northeast, going down over across my favorite spot in the map there over towards the military base. So we're going to see some teams jumping there, which means we're probably going to see some bridge camping.
Yeah, well, hopefully that would be the ideal that we'd be hoping for. You know,
always like to see teams sink or swim, you know.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. I mean, we already have quite a few teams busy making their way down, so we'll just see as the plane progresses over the map where it moves to and where these teams are going to head over towards. So then we can, of course, you know, jump straight up in towards that and hopefully get ourselves nicely situated in some early game action there.
Yeah. We're just going to hold up and see where the teams decide to drop. Now, obviously, the flight path being slanted in the way it is towards the eastern side, obviously, a whole lot of that western portion of the map is going to be quite far to reach. So the teams could potentially take a bit of a sprint if they wanted to go there. Otherwise, they're going to be relegated to the eastern side of the map, more or less. That's where the teams are going to be located. We're going to see quite a number of teams also dropping down towards that military base there. So we're going to see a little bit of action there at least. But I'm curious to see where the zone drops. It looks like it will be up here towards the north. So the military base is going to be out of the picture. Unfortunately, no bridge camping for me.
Well, we do have
there is
two
still
other
that bridge by
bridges.
Yaznaya.
Well, there's 4 other bridges to be camped.
Yeah, I mean, they're not as cool as the military base bridges, though, let's be real.
Yeah, no, that's true. All right, so we're just waiting now for our 3 last teams to touch down, so we can hopefully. Well, it seems like those 3 are going to be very, very close together. That, of course, being the players there from the Escapades, the team from Effects, and then also the 031. So all 3 teams landing right on top of each other right here. We already have some shots flying. Man, this is going to be a good start. There we go. Swaz now moving in. Up he comes. Running right up. Oh, there we go. Swaz coming in with a shotty and gets taken down. Well played there to the 03, well, to the 031s and the Escapades. Some beautiful work.
There are a lot of Safrazes in this lobby. I just noticed. But in any case, Safraz on the escapade is going to be taking a couple hits there. He's going to be going down. Like you said, these teams are really close. Dropping so close is going to mean those instant fights. Those instant fights are happening right now. The shots coming through.
I mean, this is a fair exchange if I've ever seen one. You got the one team getting a player knocked, and then of course the other team retaliating and doing exactly the same. And we got the 0-3-1s now not looking too great. We got MZ now being the last one left.
Yeah. Looks like Tals is going to move up towards the north though, so it's Sufyan to try and scout out this last position, and the shots go down. Very nice stuff. 0-3-1s are going to be the first team to go back to the lobby.
Well played there to the escapades. I mean, some beautiful work there, some nice aggressive push. And, you know, getting those hits in, grabbing the weapons, and just making do with whatever it is that they had. Yeah, so well done, well played to them. Now we're just waiting for the other teams to start moving up into a zone. And as you can see, we've got a nice spread between the teams here. We've got Tempo, of course, going for the usual spot, being in Pachinki. We've got the players there from USO dropping down over in Watertown. Then, of course, up in Yasnaya, we have the players there from the Bros. So they're making their way around over there. We've got Blink fairly spread out again. We've got Gun, as per usual, also fairly spread out. Once they get the opportunity to do so, that is, yeah, that's pretty much their move early on in the game.
Yeah, so now, like you said, we've got a bit of a spread out across all the rest of the teams. Most of them are in the zone right now, so they're still good. They can be comfortable in knowing that they don't have to be running anytime soon. But the rest of the players that are still outside of that zone, towards the military base and towards the pier and Primorsk, they're still okay. That blue zone, you know, takes quite a while to get in. So right now, players just gearing up, making sure they're ready to take the fights as they come. And yeah, as soon as we see them start moving, we'll definitely start to see them engaging with one another. A couple of teams sort of close by here, but nothing too crazy just yet.
Yep, nothing too crazy. But hopefully I'm just hoping the final zone isn't as crazy as we usually get it. I'm asking nicely.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't think there are any vertical impossible cliffs here this time.
Well,
so.
I don't know. We'll have to see. You know, you never know. With PUBG, you never ever know. I mean, there's always a surprise around all the corners. So we never know. We'll see how this zone kind of develops and where it takes us. But yeah, I'm hoping that we see some more engagements before we get into those final few zones. Otherwise, it is going to be quite a mission to get around everything. We've got 47 players alive and 13 teams remaining. Yeah, it's going to be a tough one.
Yeah. Well, at the moment, the northern portion, the western portion of the zone still mostly unoccupied, although USO is moving in towards that position. Otherwise, pretty much there's plenty of space in the zone as of the moment. We're waiting for that blue zone to come in behind the teams and start just tickling them in the back just to make sure they're heading in the right direction. And we're going to see the blue zone just slowly making its way just across Primorsk, very slowly but surely, just getting effects to maybe just start to make those moves.
Yeah, well, hopefully those corrective tickles come soon.
Yeah.
And it seems like it's on its way in about 40 seconds time. And we see a little bit of movement there from the Blink team. And I think, well, I almost thought for a second that President is AFK. But yeah, you can see he is moving.
He's just on a mission.
You know, I just thought because he was like all the way up there, you know, like, you know, whatever. Yeah. Maybe he jumped early somehow and got AFK and yeah.
He just prefers to be in the mansion rather than the farm.
There we go. Well, it makes sense in a way, I guess. I don't know how just yet, but it makes sense. So let's see now.
Well, I mean, if he gets caught out, then it won't make sense. But yeah, right now he's still fine.
Well, we got Mr. Oros here just admiring the ceiling. Yes, that is a fantastic ceiling. Just look at that ceiling. It's almost roofless. I wonder how long you can stand there and spectate the spot for. I mean, he's there. It's not like he's AFK. He's there. He's just
looking at.
Yeah, looking at admiring the ceiling.
Oh well, sometimes you gotta admire the simple things in life. You know, just slow down a little bit, take a second, smell the roses. You know, look at the ceiling.
Yeah. You might even spot something interesting up there.
Yeah,
you know,
maybe,
while you're at it.
Maybe.
I don't know. I don't know
Secret
what
to life could be in there.
I don't know. I don't know what's so interesting though about this particular ceiling, but
you can't judge a man in his ceiling.
No, you probably can't. Right, so we got Cinderella and Griff there on the move. They're heading out, and then of course Mr. Ozone comes flying in with his 3-wheel of death as the tickle zone moves in. Those back tickles coming up.
Yep.
There we go. So nice rotation is now. We have 2 teams still about to make their way up in towards zone. That being Effects and the players there from the Escapades. And not a big shift on the zone. They're moving up in a pretty central position. I mean, it's weird.
Yeah, that's pretty much slap bang in the middle there. That is very weird. You don't oftentimes see that, but it does happen sometimes, I guess. But that does mean that the players that are sitting inside the middle, they are still quite happy sitting around there. There is a chance that we still get a bridge though, because that Yasnaya bridge is still there. It's there. It's inside the zone. We could see it maybe.
Maybe we'll see how it goes. Ooh, the Escapades.
Oh no. Are we flinging ourselves out of vehicles again already?
What? They all just died. The Escapades hit the
Escapades.
Yeah, they hit the Escapade button and
yes. Oh boy. I can't believe this has become I really can't believe that this has become the fashion now. We're just flinging ourselves out of vehicles, and this is the way we go now. This is PUBG. You want to play some games? No. Fighting people isn't where it's at. Throwing yourself out of vehicles, that's where it's at.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're not flinging yourself out of a vehicle, then what are you even doing here?
Yeah, I guess someone probably said to them, you know, like we're wheels up in 20, and you know, I think there was
wheels did indeed
I think there was a
all the way
misunderstanding somewhere, and then you know.
Oh no, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, let's just say that's what happened. Like they said, okay, wheels up in 20, and then you know, something else happened.
Poor Escapades. That's 2 teams now sent back to the lobby. One off of that early fight, and the others with the a journey into space with the car.
And but I think they hit something. Or
yeah, they must have. They probably just hit a rock and went soaring into the sky.
Yeah, and it will leave them a bit sore after this first match, so we'll see how it goes.
Yeah,
so...
well, we're going to see those teams moving up there from the south. Oxium and the rest of the teams sitting outside the zone, just making it in across the line there, moving their way up, so they should be getting safe and snug pretty soon. Of course, USO on the north, just there by Savoni, also going to be making their way down in some time soon at least. But... yeah, once again, we see these teams quite keen to sort of just get themselves prepared. You know, they don't want to go out early. That's something that we've started to see a lot more commonly now in matches. Is that teams, they know they don't want to go out early, so instead of going and looking for a fight that they could potentially be on the back end of, they'd rather say, all right, let's just wait until the situation sort of presents itself. So we'll move across the map as we choose. You know, moving into what we think is a safe spot. You know, we can hunker down maybe in a shelter or something like that inside a building. We can make sure we're sitting quite happily, sitting pretty, and then when an opportunity presents itself, then we'll go out and do something, unless we're forced to do something, like, you know, by a zone or by the other players' rotations around us.
Yeah. Well, it's a tough one. I mean, it is battle royale, and as we've spoken about it, you know, briefly just before, it's like, you know, things are ever changing, and like we've seen the one team get, you know, being the first one into the lobby, and in the following matches, you know, they go into top 3 and get chicken. You know?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's always
it's just I just thought it was interesting to see that we've seen quite a variation in different sort of play styles in recent times. You know, we've seen everything from super reluctance to take fights to just fighting completely from beginning to end to just sort of surviving until the last second. So we've seen like a lot of different styles coming out in recent times over the last few weeks. So I thought that was very interesting to see that, you know, a lot of the players are, a lot of the teams as well, sort of switching things up, trying out new stuff, seeing what works better for them, what sort of styles they're more comfortable with. But yeah, I actually encourage players and teams to do that more. I think it's very interesting to sort of push the limits and try something new, and maybe something that could potentially be risky, or maybe some people would consider stupid. But, you know, if you pull something off right, it could really come in pretty clutch for you.
Yeah.
Oh, Oxy, I'm going to be taking some serious shots there, and that's already another team sent back to the lobby. GG.
Yeah, no, that was a pretty fight. And we've got a whole bunch of teams now just moving up in towards zone. We've got a few shots, also, of course, also, as per usual, flying across. Now, we're just trying to see where would be the best place to go to, seeing that, yeah, we've got 11 teams left, 9 of which are in zone. The other ones are still making their way in.
Yeah, unfortunately, no bridges, but
yeah,
that's okay.
Yeah, not this round. Not this round.
Maybe another time.
Yes, we shall find out in due course.
Yeah, in any case, we're going to be seeing USO and AU all the way to the top of the map there, just towards the northern side of Yasnaya. Towards the south, we've got 4 or 5 teams, let's say 4 teams just surrounding the bottom portion there. We have Reluctant there towards the west. We have MEA just there towards the sort of east. And we have one team, Slap Bang, right in the middle. And now we're waiting for Oxium to rotate in there from the south, Effects in there from the west, actually quite dragging behind towards Rozok still, and that zone is moving in, so they need to get into the zone pretty quickly. They can't be hanging around in that blue zone for too long. We've already seen it take out players quite a number of times before, so got to give that respect over to the zone.
Yeah,
we'll see where it drops next. Ooh. These zones are just sort of like lying right there, sort of in the middle of everything. So seems to be the trend.
So it makes it quite interesting because, like we've seen in some of the previous games also, is, you know, when the zone shifts up in such a way, the teams don't really have much need to rotate. And like we've said before, you see them getting a bit, a bit restless, and, you know, they want to do something, but nothing's happening, and it's like, you know, that frustration is building, and then, you know, shortly after they get a pretty good relief on that, you know, as the zone then enables them to start fighting once again. And we have a few shots now between Alias and the USO guys, and we got Effects now also moving up.
By. So they just capitalize on that one. But yeah, we have Blink very, very close now to another team. Blink has been sitting inside the zone pretty comfortably for quite some time. You know, they just been in the right spot, so they haven't had to move anytime soon. They are going to be taking some fights now. Flecko, Mayo, Nos, and Shady right there in proximity. The shots are coming through. Oh, it's going to be Gun to pull the trigger onto Reluctant in the meantime as well. So that's Reluctant and Gun taking a fight, and Blink as well taking a fight down towards the south. Oh, Gun going to be taking some heavy hits.
And it seems like they've got Nerf left. He is the last hope for them. We can just hear the shots now flying in there from the players. Whoa! Blink getting hit with a few grains there. But you can see Superior and Shout both now rotating up. Alias also getting hit by Uso. And that is Alias out. We got Oxy.
Yeah.
Now moving in. Down goes President and Ice. Effects getting hit. We got Rashi and company moving in. Oh, Astro taking a few hits. Alien and Riggs now rotating up. And see, will Rashi get any of these hits in? Firing from behind the bale. They've got some grins flying up over towards Rashi now.
Gun is just sitting here right in the middle of everything.
Oh, what a grin.
He's just surrounded by enemy players, reluctant, right on the doorstep.
Oh, and Blink coming in with a beautiful third party off of from all the way from Yasnaya's side. Rashi now moving in. Aimbot being the last hope for left, pushing in. Let's see, will Aimbot get this hit? Whoa! Wow, quick reflexes there. Oh my goodness. And Gun, of course, now trying to get those hits in still.
Yeah, he's just surviving as long as possible to do as much damage there. Members of Oxium are actually pretty low, so Gun has a bit of a chance here. Nerf Me could potentially do something crazy if he gets the timing right and lands the shots. Effects is also actually taking a fight there towards the southwest.
Yeah, they're battling it out with temper here. Dexter now being the last one left. Ooh, sends a quick one down the stairs, but down he goes.
Well, more played there. That's another team back to the lobby. So we have 8 teams now left, 24 players alive. We've got Nerf still just pinned down there with the rest of the Oxium players right on his heels, but they are inside the zone, so they don't have to move anywhere. Meanwhile, Red actually gonna get a couple of hits, but most of the teams now just having to rotate in, try and make themselves as safe as possible. Uzo might just get spotted out here as they drive past. Luckily, they make it quick enough. They could actually just ride into Oxium and Nerf. Yeah. Now there... no. There are so many teams around the Gun right now. He's just sitting... Nerf Me is just sitting there like, it's okay, you guys can fight, I'll be here.
Yeah, he's not too phased at all. He's just patiently waiting, picking off anyone that moves into his little spot there.
Oh, the shot's just going through.
So now it is up. Aimbot and Wet going up against each other. Ooh, there we go. Nerf dropping a few more grins. MEA getting hit as well. They taking a few shots up ahead. There we go. Wet now moving up. So the bros there also putting a few shots across over towards MEA, as you can see just off in the distance. So I'm curious to see what's going to happen here. Will we have Temper move all the way in? Will the players there from Red Reserve move in and get a bit of a third party action going there? We still have 3 teams right here. Oxy still on 3 players. Of course, Riggs getting taken out just a few moments ago.
Yeah, you'll notice that most of the teams are sitting out towards the outskirts of the zone. You know, they don't want to be sitting, they don't want to be that team sitting in the middle of the zone, having to cover for absolutely every side, you know, because they're just surrounded. So everyone's just trying to stay towards the outer edges of the zone. But that does leave a bit of an interesting situation now, because Shady has moved up towards that midsection, which has allowed him to be right in the zone now. All the rest of the teams have to move in, but Flacco, Mayo, and Nos could join him here, and they could potentially be on the doorstep of 4 teams, that being Blink, that being MEA and Red, and also I think the bros there, moving in to try and get into the zone. Red is going to take some fights with MEA, and MEA is going to come out on top of that one, so they get sent back to the lobby. Now we're waiting for them to move down and towards the zone. Gun with that last player there. Nerf just sitting there trying to survive as much as possible.
And MEA taking a few hits as well. So the bros really pushing up, turning up the heat on MEA. They're going to get caught in the blue zone now as the zone rotates in. They're trying to get that quick res in on Panda on time. Will they be able to get it? Off they go. Oh, Panda goes down once again. No time to wait. They have to move. Shots flying in. Baker, will he make it? Oh, he's running. drops down quickly. Tempo, of course, now
Oh.
getting a beautiful few hits in on the bros there. We got Blink now getting shredded as they trying to rotate up into the zone. Shroud and now the last hope for left for Blink. Wow, and this map is just littered with boxes all over the place.
Yeah, and that's all off the back of the fact that Shady had moved in there and sort of cleared a road for the rest of his team to move in. And that gave them a great position to catch up Blink as they came in, and also will probably give them a good position to catch out MEA. But Mayo's going to go down. Wet Willy also going to fall. MEA taking some hits. They go down.
Well, Shroud is taking a few hits as he's trying to move up, and down he goes. Shady takes him down. Well done, well played. But Temper now getting hit in turn. Ooh, Nos getting a quick hit, and down he goes. Alien getting some justice there. Ooh, Flacco taking a few hits as well. Nerf still alive, still hanging on.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. For how much longer we do not know, but he is still there, crawling around, trying to make sure he survives. Now, Oxium have smoked themselves out to try and break any lines of sight that they could be exposed to right now. The rest of the Shady's team trying to get towards him, maybe get that res. Mayo moving up. Flecko is actually in a good position to potentially catch out. Oh no. We see some more car deaths there, unfortunately. That's always fun.
Well, it's interesting to see how these teams will spread out. I mean, there is quite some ground between them. A few little spots of cover, but yet again, not a lot of cover. So they have to really play this quite interestingly to see, you know, who will be able to manage, you know, to get into the zone safely. And a lot of crossfire, of course, taking place as well. Oxy now down to their last two, so it's a 1v2v3.
Yeah, and Gun is just making himself as annoying as possible, which is pretty much the perfect thing to do when you're in that position, you know, when you're the last player left alive and you're just trying to survive it. Be as annoying as possible, because by doing that, you potentially throw a spanner in the works of plans of teams that have more players, and that potentially evens the ground for you a little bit, makes it a bit easier. Unfortunately, Gun is going to get taken down there. Nerf going out there, Fleco putting in the shots. So now it is just Oxium and Fleco, Mayo, and Nos getting in there. Nos taking some shots in towards Alien. Mayo going to get dropped as well, and Alien goes down eventually. Well played.
There we go, there we have it. So we've got Temper claiming the chicken dinner, finishing off their play, of course, there with 17 kills. Well done. Then we got Oxy coming in second place, finishing off on 8 kills. We got Gun in third on 3 kills. We got Blink in fourth. We got MEA in fifth place. We also have, let me just there we go. It's making a bit of noise. We got MEA in fifth. We got Uso in sixth place. We got the Bros there in seventh place. We got the team from Red Reserve, of course, in eighth. Effects in ninth. We got Reluctant in 10th place. Alias Unknown getting 11th. Then, of course, the Liberators going out in 12th place. The Escapades in 13th. And the 031s finishing off in 14th place. So there we go. There we have it. What an interesting turn of events. And just like that, the match is over. Now we have our best of threes coming up. So, yeah, I think it's going to be a very, very interesting one. I mean, just looking at the gameplay that we had now and the strats that they were using in you know, in these last few zones, it's going to be an interesting one, and I'm curious to see who the other teams are that qualified in, you know, the group 2, because the next 3 games is a combination of the two, so we're going to see which of the teams from both groups now, you know, make it into the best of 3, and yeah, I think it's going to be a very, like, as you would say, a very spicy game.
Oh yeah, that's what we like.
It's gonna be, it's gonna be very, very.
It's gonna be a big spicy.
Yes, well, not a bit. I think it's gonna be, you know, a little bit more than just a bit, but not too much. You know, it's like
not too much.
Yeah. Like
More than a bit, but less than a lot.
Yes. Yes, just the right amount. Like the
Middle
Powerpuff Girls.
spicy.
Yes.
All right, okay, just enough chemical X.
Yes, yes, exactly that one. So we know who's been watching the show too many times. But anyways, all right, so I'm going to stop jibber jabbering. We're going to try and get into the highlights that we have for the match. And yeah, we'll get back to you guys as soon as we start our first match of for the best of 3 finals for today. So be sure to keep an eye. Yeah, we'll be back shortly.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. One, you got the one team getting a player knocked, and then of course the other team retaliating and doing exactly the same. And we got the 0-3-1s now not looking too great. We got MZ now being the last one left.
Yeah. Looks like Tal's going to move up towards the north though, so it's Sufyan to try and scout out this last position, and the shots go down very. Works better for them, what sort of styles they're more comfortable with. But yeah, I actually encourage players and teams to do that more. I think it's very interesting to sort of push the limits and try something new, and maybe something that could potentially be risky, or maybe some people would consider stupid. But you know, if you pull something off right, it could really come in pretty clutch for you.
Yeah.
Oh, Oxyum going to be taking some serious shots there, and that's already another team sent back to the lobby. GG. So Gun has a bit of a chance here. Nerf Me could potentially do something crazy if he gets the timing right and lands the shots. Effects is also actually taking a fight there towards the southwest.
Yeah, they're battling it out with temper here. Dexter now being the last one left. Ooh, sends a quick one down the stairs, but down he goes.
They're just surrounded, so everyone's just trying to stay towards the outer edges of the zone. But that does leave a bit of an interesting situation now, because Shady has moved up towards that midsection, which has allowed him to be right in the zone now. All the rest of the teams have to move in, but Flacco, Mayo, and Nos could join him here, and they could potentially be on the doorstep of 4 teams, that being Blink, that being MEA, and Red, and also I think the Bros there, moving in.
Getting shredded as they trying to rotate up into the zone. Shroud now the last hope for left for Blink. Wow, and this map is just littered with boxes all over the place.
Yeah, and that's all off the back of the fact that Shady had moved in there and sort of cleared a road for the rest of his team to move in. And that gave them a great position to catch up Blink as they came in, and also will probably give them a good position to catch out MEA. But Mayo's going to and sort of cleared a road for the rest of his team to move in. And that gave them a great position to catch up Blink as they came in, and also will probably give them a good position to catch out MEA. But Mayo's going to go down. Wet Willy also going to fall. MEA taking some hits. They go down.
Well, Shroud is taking a few hits as he's trying to move up, and down he goes. Shady takes him down.
Annoying as possible, because by doing that you potentially throw a spanner in the works of plans of teams that have more players, and that potentially evens the ground for you a little bit, makes it a bit easy. Unfortunately, Gun is going to get taken down there. Nerf going out there, Flaco putting in the shots. So now it is just Oxium and Flaco, Mayo, and Nos getting in there. Nos taking some shots in towards Alien. Mayo going to get dropped as well, and Alien goes down eventually.
see it now, I see it now. Real love, now I break through to show to you that I'm more good than I am bad. I work it out, I work it out. And I'll be somewhere that you need me, and I'll be holding my breath, waiting for you to show.
Bring it back now. Bring it back now. Bring it back now.
You got me trapped inside this spell. Now I feel it, now I feel it. Your demons drag me close to hell. I can feel it.
Money.
Abrázame toda la noche, no nos queda mucho tiempo más. No quiero perder lo que queda. Seguimos siempre la pasión y confiamos solo en el amor. Yeah. No quiero perder lo que queda. Y más allá. A través de la gran oscuridad hasta que me convierta en rayos. Y más allá. A través de la gran oscuridad y más encontrando vida en el camino, melodías que no hemos tocado y yo no quiero descansar. Resuena por la pared creando una canción. No quiero perder el ritmo y más allá. A través de la gran oscuridad hasta que me convierta en rayos y más
What's up, guys? Welcome back. Right, full bumper this time. You're in for a treat. We're getting into our best of 3. And of course, as per usual, Mr. Tree right over here with Patchy right there next to him. What's up? What's up?
Yeah, it's great. It's great to be here. Me and this Tree, we out here. We got it going. We're about to watch some very spicy games that are for sure about to take place. Got some nice fat squad names here in the list in the lobby. So I'm ready. I'm ready to see what these teams bring to the table here.
Yeah, so we're just waiting now for the match to load up so we can jump straight up into that, and of course then bring you all the teams that we're going to be seeing in the zone. So we have 10 teams from each round, of course, now, well, from each group qualifying for the best of 3 that we've got going. So I think without any further ado, let's jump straight up into that and have a look at the teams that we will be having. Alright, so as you can see right there, we've got the players from Gun, of course, over in slot 5, MEA in 6, we got Uso in 7, we've got the Bros there in 8, Red in 9, or Red Reserve, we've got Effects in slot 10, Reluctant in 11, in 12, we've got the players there from Oxium, yeah. I just thought for a second I messed it up.
No, that's them.
Then, of course, over in 13, we've got the players from Blink. We've got Temper over in 14. Now, of course, joining us from Group 2, we've got Eclipse Gaming. We've got Testo Gang over in slot 16. In 17, we've got Mecha 6. In 19, we've got Phoenix Aura. Then, of course, Tears of Chaos over in slot 20. We've got Nibble Odyssey over in slot 21. Vibrant Gaming in 22. We got SS Syndicate over in 23. And then, of course, last but not least, we have the Immortals over in slot 24. So quite the lineup for this round. Man, it's going to be an interesting one, and definite, yeah, it's definitely going to be quite an entertaining match to watch.
Yeah, that is certainly for sure. I'm quite interested to see what sort of flight paths and what sort of zones we get today. We've been seeing some crazy ones recently, but the previous one wasn't too bad. Of course, we did have a little bit of a cheeky one at the end there, but still nothing as crazy as we had before. So interested to see what happens this time around. And yeah, I'm just keen to get into the game.
Yeah, so there we go. We've got the countdown. Let's jump into the map and see where this flight path is taking us. So you can see there, we're taking us, it's coming all the way from North George. And heading over to your favorite spot there, the Sosnovka military base.
Nice.
So hopefully we'll have maybe 1 or 2 teams dropping in the vicinity. And yeah, then we can jump up into some early game action there and get this show on the road. This, of course, being the first of 3 rounds for our finals for today. And then we'll see which teams will, of course, then be moving through over in towards our monthly final, which should be coming up next weekend.
Yeah.
There we go. There we go. All right. So quite a few teams dropping down. We've got Odyssey. We've got the players there, of course, from Mecha 6, as well as the team from MEA. And then also another team. So 3 teams right there in South George. Wow, this is going to be an interesting one.
Yeah, that seems to be a popular one these days. I've seen quite a number of times, probably maybe about 3 or so games in a row where the flight path permits it. Teams dropping into South George there. It seems to be quite a hot spot, and obviously a lot of teams feeling pretty comfortable in that particular place. Not to mention there maybe towards Rozhok as well, also being a popular spot for a lot of teams to drop. We'll be seeing a couple teams heading in that direction as well. That zone going to be dropping all the way towards the east side of the map.
Yeah, so quite a shift on the zone here, but I mean, we've got quite a few teams on top of each other, and we've got several more now, of course, making their way in. We've got Gun already battling it out with Blink right here. Down goes Superior.
Yeah, that was very quick. Just immediately picks up the UMP and just opens fire. So that's Superior going to be going down, and the shots are ringing out as Gun and Blink take the battle.
Shroud getting hit while trying to escape. Mercury goes down. Now it is up to President. President, of course, landing elsewhere. He landed all the way over in Ruins. So his team now pretty much left to their own vices there. And it's going to be a bit of a tough one. We also have the players here from Testo Gang and Vibrant now all just dropping over here in the apartments and the surrounding area near school. So let's see. Hopefully we can get a little bit of some action. We got Nova up on the roof. The Beach Police. Wow, that's a name that I have to be really careful about. Right in the window, giving us a nice third-party peek. Oh, 6 already getting that hit in on Shakes. So down he goes. We got Lil Boat. And, yeah, Mr. Police.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Interesting to notice. Blink, the president left alive there all the way out towards the ruins, so survives the onslaught away from the team. Very, very unfortunate that he's the last one left alive, his team having gone down there to I believe it was Gun. So, yeah, he's just going to be spending the rest of the match, or the rest of the foreseeable match, all by his lonesome.
Yeah, up stuck in spectator mode. Well, luckily he's not in the lobby just yet, you know, unless of course he hits the button.
Yeah.
Then we'll see him moving up into the lobby. But we got Oxium and Uso, of course, up in Saverni, as you can see here, having a little bit of a dance around each other here. We got Aimbot caught in a building and pretty much surrounded by Uso. So we're now just waiting to see, will the remainder of the team move in? The Sino there from Vibrant blowing himself up. Wow.
That's unfortunate.
That is a rough
Tossing
start.
a grenade towards Mr. Beach Police. And yeah, it backfires a little bit. So Beach is going to be safe for the time being on the staircase.
I'm pretty sure Sino, when he threw that grin, when it came back, he said, "Oh, Beach."
Or he just said, "Ooh."
Yeah. Oh,
Oops.
yes.
No. I don't know where I was going with that.
Yeah.
It sounded better in my head, but it just, yeah.
Remember, cringe is
Oh,
mine.
okay. So here
Green-
comes Beach is going to be peeking out there towards the staircase, going to take down Sino. Very quick stuff as the team decides to try and push up and take down the remaining players here. Little Boats and the Beach Police. Oh, Uzo and Oxium actually taking some fights as well as Phoenix and Red.
Well,
Oh,
a lot of action, as you can see, just there in the kill feed.
oh,
Aimbot now getting
that's
pushed.
unfortunate.
Oh, beautiful hit on edge.
Yeah, so we already have a team back in the lobby, and that, of course, being a team from Testo Gang, I believe. The rest of the team's actually taking a lot of hits there, Oxium and Uso going at it.
Well, Oxy is now down to Rashi. Rashi with about, I don't know, 2-3 health left. He's one mag clip away from the lobby.
Yeah.
Ooh, Nibble Odyssey also getting hit. Ooh, beautiful play by Rashi. Quick thirsting, there we go. So up comes the last remaining player now. Twisted about to ascend the staircase. Red Reserve getting hit as well. Down goes Cinderella. Ozone putting a few more hits into Phoenix there, as you can see.
Yeah, Phoenix and Red doing some damage to one another. Odyssey also getting some hits against the Bros. Now Red did go back to the lobby, so they are also out. Now we await. There it is.
There we
Roshi
go.
finally going to go down. Very quick trigger pull there, going to be taking him down. So that is also going to be a Blink, or sorry, Oxium back into the lobby there.
Yeah, well,
Speaking of Blink, President's just sitting around, happily just camping by his lonesome.
ooh, Steve-O taking quite a few hits. So the Bros and Odyssey now going at it. So we've seen one thirst on both team sides here. Odyssey getting a thirst as well as the players here from the Bros also getting a thirst. So it's a nice 3v3 fight. Some DP action as well. And of course the blue zone. Just tickling the players, as you would say.
Ah, yes. Ah, yes. Always got to make them a little bit uncomfortable when they're taking their sweet time. Make sure they're they're sitting on their toes a little bit, so they're going to be getting a little bit of a reminder to start making their way out. Of course, Odyssey and the Bros are still sort of locked in a tight battle, so one false move could mean the lobby. So they try and move out, and that's going to be the Bros trying to take that first step towards towards moving out of the blue zone, but they are going to be punished for it as Odyssey hold their ground, stand steady, and manage to knock over some of those players.
Well, we got Beast now trying to move over towards Supreme there. Ooh, Driller trying to get a few hits in there. Oh, down goes Fire. Yeah, Odyssey is on fire, I must say. Well done, well done.
Yeah.
We got Steve-O just in front of Rilla here. Let's see. Gorilla, you can do it.
No, the Gren's coming out.
He's pulled it. He's pulled it. He's gonna send it. Yes, sir. Ooh. Does quite a bit of damage there to Steve-O. Ooh, up comes another one. Will it be 2 for 2? Will this be the one?
There's a very elongated battle happening over there inside the blue zone, and it is still inside that zone, so they need to make their way out. Somebody needs to win this fight as soon as possible because they're sitting inside this zone and it's not going to get any nicer. Ooh, Fat's going to get taken by a Gren, hitting quite hard fire. Going to go down. Now it's on to Fats and Driller, but of course Rilla is the last one alive there. And, well, it's not going to last.
Well, we've got the players here from SS Syndicate now trying to rotate up into what zone. We've got the players there from Eclipse putting a few hits across as they try and rush over the bridge. Yet again, no bridge this round.
Yeah, we saw a lot of bridges some rounds or some games ago, but no longer are we finding any more of those, unfortunately. Now the teams are moving. You'll see they're quite clumped up here towards the southern portion of the zone. It's going to mean that we could potentially see some fights come the next minute or so.
That would be great. Let's see. Hopefully Trip... Ooh, never mind. Gun getting those hits in on Phoenix. Let's jump up to Inspector here. There we go. Dirting up his sweat. Trying to get that res in. Now let's see. Will he be able to make it all the way? Will he get taken down in the process? We got several shots. And of course the team now moving in. The players there from SS Syndicate just rotating up behind Gun. Oh, Slim and Risk now both pushing up right over here towards Phoenix. Nerf putting some more shots into Ziad. Inspector nearly getting hit. Slim fairly low on health. Ooh, Nerf is really just ripping it up. What a grin by Risk. Wow.
Kind of just absolutely steamrolling this one. They do not want to lose any of these fights. They're just going straight through Phoenix one by one. I don't know if Phoenix can outlast this one. That Slay is very, very low.
Yeah. Oh, so low that he goes down. Maniac.
Yeah.
Now trying to get the res in. They are out in the open, fairly exposed. Gun has got all the angles covered. Down goes Slay. Let's see, will Risk and Pyro get the hits in? Maniac trying to survive behind the vehicle there. It's interesting to see that they've, well, decided to blow him up. Well done.
Yeah, well played. They had him pincered from all the sides. They made sure they were covering all of that ground, making sure he couldn't escape. And they took him off. And now we have our customary flinging oneself from high places as we get every game as Nos and the rest of Tempa actually going to be taking a hell of a lot of damage from Vibrant.
Ooh, quick work there by Shady. Sneaks up, get those hits in. Down goes Mayo. Nova coming in, putting those hits in. Let's see, will Shady be able to get any retaliation done here? Will he get those shots? Vibrant, of course, now managing to quickly tend to their wounded. Shady seems to be focused over towards Nova, and at the meantime we have the remainder of the Vibrant team getting raised up. So Shady's sending one off. Ooh, taking a few hits as he's trying to move up. We got Reluctant also now moving in. Coming in there from the southeast. So we might even see Mr. Shady getting hit.
Yeah, Vibrant have done a pretty good job of laying down the fire, and Nova is going looking. He's going to be able to take down Mayo, which is going to leave the last player alive there for Tempa, which is Shady. He has managed to escape at least somewhat from the clutches of Nova for the moment. They will have yet to... Vibrant will have yet to find him, although he might just make an escape yet. He is powering his way away. to try and make sure that his team can survive that a little bit longer. Now, meanwhile, Blink and Eclipse going to start taking a little bit of a battle. That being all the way down towards the south is going to mean that that last player from Blink is sent back to the lobby. So that's President gone and Blink also gone.
Well, we've got the players here from Mecha 6 and Odyssey now about to bump heads. We've got Supreme and Beast right up ahead and a full team here for Mecha 6. Few nades already now making its way across. So let's see, will they be able to get those hits? Will they get the surprise in on the Mecha 6 team? Well, not really a surprise, but you know, get the jump on them. We're now just waiting for Stevo to join up. He is about to pull in right behind the team. There we go. You can just hear him now joining up. So it's a 3v4.
Yeah, let's see who comes out on top of this one. We have Poison just peeking around there towards the hills to see what he can see. See if he can spot anyone from his position on the roof. Just scanning the horizon, waiting for the right moment. Does Odyssey push this one, or do they decide to back out?
Well, we shall find out. Hopefully soon. The blue zone is also moving in once again. Getting them tickles ready.
Yeah, yeah, and it will certainly do that as the new zone lands all the way down there towards the southeast. That's going to force a lot of the teams to start moving. Odyssey and Mecha 6 going to have to make their way down. Effects and SS going to have to make their way down. Gun is already inside the MEA and Tears of Chaos all inside the zone already. Eclipse is going to have to move up as well. Reluctant, Vibrant, and Immortals also going to have to make their way in, with Shady straggling along there for Temper, also making his way in towards the zone. But with 13 teams, 43 players left alive, somebody's going to have to fall pretty soon if they want to make space for everyone in the coming few zones.
Yeah, no, at the current rate, it's going to be a super insane packed final few zones. And as you can see, the zone is getting pretty small.
Yeah, it is certainly doing that. That's generally what it does, at least. Now, Odyssey going to decide to move away. Will not take the fight. They will not see it as worth it, and I agree with that call. I think it's definitely not worth it to take that sort of a fight, especially when you know that you could just be moving towards the zone. So they will just be making their way in there, trying to dodge all of the teams as they move into the zone. Mecha 6 is going to have to follow close behind them as Odyssey find themselves safe inside that zone for the time being. The shots will start to ring out there in the distance. Vibrant, Mecha 6, SS, Effects, Odyssey, they're all here in pretty close proximity to one another. Oh, the shots start to ring out between Vibrant and SS as they spot the team from SS moving in. They're also right across the way from Effect, who have been spotted out as well by SS. Ooh.
Wow.
Mecha 6 is going to be taking heavy damage there as Reluctant just explode them and send them packing.
Wow. No, that was a pretty beautiful ambush. I mean, they were trying to escape the one team and pushed right up into the next. And yeah, there was no luck. Just hit after hit after hit. We got the Immortals, of course, now trying to move up on Reluctant as well. So we might see another fight. We've got 13 teams still remaining.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. To the east and the west are both teams clumped up right now, though. You can see Effects, Odyssey, and SS pretty close to one another. Shots starting to ring out between all the teams there as Shroud just driving past spots out this firefight. Dexter going to be taking some shots towards Stevo, who will fall. It's Odyssey and SS. Effects also in the mix. Everyone there towards the the east side of the zone. Gonna make things pretty spicy here. Some of the players hit the deck to try and make themselves a little bit less visible. Shroud is here on the right towards the back there. So they could just potentially keep surrounding these players here from effects who are desperately trying to get themselves safe in that zone.
Well, it seems like they've managed to move up just enough to get those hits in on Pain. We've got a few more shots, of course, now flying up. Vibrant opening fire, taking it down Shady. So let's see how this unfolds. We got Mr. Trip right here in front of the effects team. Dexter now trying to move up over towards his position. Sends out a quick one. Dexter running almost into the grin. Oh! Dexter gets taken down by Fury. I thought that was Trip. So Trip really contributing to that knock there. But unfortunately... Ooh. Gun turning up the heat. Oh, oh. Eclipse taking down a few players. We've got lots of action. Oh.
Yeah. Right now, battles from the east to west as effects. SS. Everyone is just taking shots. Eclipse even moving in now. Just adding to the absolute chaos here on the eastern side of the zone. Everyone just moving in closer and closer as the zone gets smaller and smaller. That's going to be Mecha 6 taking heavy hits.
Wow.
That's them back to the lobby as well. Now Odyssey trying to survive here as SS, Eclipse, and Effects all moving in. Shots going down. Stash is going to fall. Odyssey trying to put in as much as possible. Dexter chiming in from the other side as well, as it's just an absolute crossfire that Eclipse find themselves in the middle of. A real bullet sandwich if we've ever seen one.
Yeah, no, that is definitely the case. MEA getting pushed as well. Reluctant pushing up on them. Gun pushing up on them. There's so many teams pushing on each other. It's not even funny. We got Panda now trying to crawl up. We got Tears of Chaos just off in the distance. Gun picking off fights, as we've seen them do numerous times, just firing off in all directions, putting a few hits in over towards the effects team. And then, of course, we got SS right there still with the players from Eclipse and company. Reluctant and Gun still going at it. We got Twisted trying to crawl up in towards zone. Oh, Smitty gets the hit and the pounce on Twisted. Now this is where it is going to get really tight.
Yeah, 10 teams, 31 players, and a very small zone with not much room to move is going to mean that all these teams are feeling the pressure right now. You can see MEA all in the center of some serious team clustering over there. There's still plenty of teams towards the east, plenty of teams towards the south, all very close proximity to one another, looking for those openings, looking for those cracks and mistakes, waiting for the right time to strike, moving in. It's going to be Astro falling down as well. Ghost also taking some hits as Tears of Chaos get involved in the mix. Immortals going to be taking some shots there. Tears of Chaos firing back. Oh, some Grens going through, some shots going past. MEA going to be falling as well as Reluctant taking some shots towards them. It's just fire from all sides happening constantly as the zone gets smaller and smaller, forcing these teams closer and closer. You do not have the choice of staying back. You have to fight or die, and SS are feeling it right now. They're getting hit from all sides as that cluster still attempting to resolve itself.
Wow. Yeah, no, this is... Oh, Odyssey quickly taking down Eclipse. There we go. Dante is down and out. Let's jump up into the big fight up on the hill. Oh! Down go the Immortals.
Yeah.
Wow.
They're getting sent back, and all these teams need to move in once again because that zone is tiny. So Gun is moving up now, choosing to get in as quickly as possible, but that puts them under fire from both Vibrant and Odyssey, who could potentially have some shots in there. And here come the shots. Gun taking the heavy damage. Effects also going to be feeling it as more and more shots ring out. All these players trying to find one another, get those hits in. Reluctant going to be taking some damage from Vibrant as well. As all the teams move in, they're so close. They just shoot in any direction and you will hit something. Everyone's just scrambling for cover, scrambling to take the fights, trying to win them out. It's going to be Pyro falling to 6. 6 falling to Risks. Everyone just falling left and right.
Well, Panda sneaking in a beautiful hit there on Stevo. We still have Beast and Supreme now for Odyssey moving in along with the blue zone. So let's see, will they get any of these hits? Will Panda get the clutch? Quickly trying to just clean up near the tree. Beast lying perfect. He's still trying to not make any noises. Stevo, of course, going down there to Sinister. Oh, some more shots now flying up. Panda right there on him. Oh, finds him. Well done. All right, 4 teams, 9 players. Panda making a run for it. Oh, Vibrant putting a few shots right up into him. Panda getting hit, taking quite a bit of damage. He is about 1 hit away. Yep, there is the one.
There it is. That's going to leave us with 3 teams.
Yes, sir.
So, yeah. Whoop, there it is indeed. It's going to be Supreme just chilling there all by his lonesome, trying to hold out. Vibrant holding out on the one side as Reluctant sit here on towards the top of the incline. Have a good position to be, and they could potentially get an angle down towards Vibrant and maybe start taking them out. Supreme definitely going to try and do as best as possible to get some kills before going down, but this is going to be pretty difficult considering he's quite low on HP.
Well, he's also very, very close to zone, so let's see, will he be able to make it all the way in? Got a few shots, of course, now flying across. Let's see who will get it.
Supreme definitely not long left for the lobby for him. That clock is certainly ticking down, and there's a zone also getting ever smaller. Reluctant gonna have to move down off of their perch though, as it is now outside of that zone, which is gonna force them down out of that advantageous position for the moment. That's going to push them right into the clutches of Vibrant, who are popping that smoke to try and stop the line of sight. They are going to be starting to lay down that fight. That's 2 players from Reluctant getting knocked over already. Not looking good for them as Smitty falls as well. Vibrant's going to take a little bit of damage from Supreme there, who's trying to capitalize on their focus towards Reluctant. That's going to allow Maestro to move in to try and get some reses in to give him the best chance. Supreme finally going to fall, which means it's Vibrant against Reluctant as Maestro gets that res in. And they get ready for the final fight.
Well, this also creates the perfect opportunity now for Nova to rotate up all the way. Sneak up right on to the players here. Wow, that's a weird one. Let's go back. Thank you. Let's not do that again. Now it's up to
Maestro.
Blitz. Oh!
Yeah, there it is. I was about to say Maestro just got hit, and, well, that was that. You can see Vibrant there with so many kills on the board. Really, really well played for them.
Yeah, no, well done, well played. Very interesting chicken there by Vibrant. Well done. We've got Reluctant and Odyssey. All of those, all 3 of the top 3 teams in this round, putting up a fantastic show. Yeah.
All 3 of those top 3 teams.
Yes. All,
not one of them, not 2 of them, but all 3 of those top 3 teams.
All 3 of the top 3 teams.
Yes.
Putting up a very nice show here. Thanks. But yeah, well done. That was an amazing show. Well done. Thank you so much for that. That was only the first one. We've got 2 more to come. We've got MEA, of course, finishing up in 4th place. Gun in 5th place. Effects taking 6th. We got the players there from SS Syndicate in 7th place. The Immortals in 8th. We got Eclipse in 9th place. Tears of Chaos finishing off in 10th place. We got Uso in 11th. Then, of course, Mecha 6 finishing off in 12th place. We got Temper in 13th. Blink in 14th. We got Phoenix in 15th place. We got the Bros in 16th. Oxium in 17th place. Red Reserve in 18th place. And then, of course, the players there from the Testo gang going back to the lobby first. So yeah, well done to all 3 of the top 3 teams. Yeah,
definitely,
very nice.
Definitely fun to watch. That final zone also quite interesting there, just on the incline, allowing for some interesting plays there. And ultimately, well done to the teams good showing. Nothing too crazy, thankfully, from the zone this time around. Not throwing any curveballs our way, but that has yet to be seen if it'll change maybe in the next couple of rounds. So I'm interested. Let's head out into those replays because I want to get into the next game.
Yeah. So without much further ado, let's get right up into that. So here we go. Be back with you guys in a few minutes' time. Ozone putting a few more hits into Phoenix there, as you can see.
Yeah, Phoenix and Red doing some damage to one another. Odyssey also getting some hits against the Bros. Now Red did go back to the lobby, so they are also out. Now we await. There it is.
There we
Roshi
go.
finally gonna go. There's a very elongated battle happening over there inside the blue zone, and it is still inside that zone, so they need to make their way out. Somebody needs to win this fight as soon as possible because they're sitting inside this zone and it's not going to get any nicer. Ooh, Fat's going to get taken by a Gren, hitting quite hard. Fire going to go down. Now it's on to Fats and Driller, but of course Rilla is the last one alive there. I don't know if Phoenix can outlast this one. That Slay is very, very low.
Yeah. Oh, so low that he goes down. Maniac.
Yeah.
Now trying to get the res in. They are out in the open. Fairly exposed. Gunner has got all the angles covered. Down goes Slay. Let's see. Will Risk and Pyro get the hits in? Maniac trying to survive behind the vehicle there. It's interesting to see that they've, decided to blow him up. Well done.
Yeah.
Teams pushing on each other. It's not even funny. We got Panda not trying to crawl up. We got Tears of Chaos just off in the distance. Gun picking off fights as we've seen them do numerous times, just firing off in all directions, putting a few hits in over towards the effects team. And then of course we got SS right there still with the players from Eclipse and company. Reluctant and Gun still going at it. We got Twisted trying to crawl up in towards zone. Oh, Smitty gets the hit and the pounce on Twisted.
To one another, looking for those openings, looking for those cracks and mistakes, waiting for the right time to strike, moving in. It's going to be Astro falling down as well. Ghost also taking some hits as Tears of Chaos get involved in the mix. Immortals going to be taking some shots there. Tears of Chaos firing back. Oh, some Grens going through some shots. Going past MEA, going to be falling as well as Reluctant. Teams closer and closer. You do not have the choice of staying back. You have to fight or die. And SS are feeling it right now. They're getting hit from all sides as that cluster still attempting to resolve itself.
Wow. Yeah, no, this is... Oh, Odyssey quickly taking down Eclipse. There we go. Dante is down and out. Let's jump up into the big fight up on the hill. Oh, Immortals.
Yeah.
Wow.
They're getting sent back, and all these teams need to move in once again because that zone is tiny. So Gun is moving up now, choosing to get in as quickly as possible, but that puts them under fire from both Vibrant and Odyssey, who could potentially have some shots in there. And here come the shots. Gun taking the heavy damage. Effects also going to be feeling it as more and more shots ring out. All these players
Still trying to not make any noises. Steve-O, of course, going down there to Sinister. Oh, some more shots now flying up. Panda right there on him. Oh, finds him. Well done. All right, 4 teams, 9 players. Panda making a run for it. Oh, Vibrant putting a few shots right up into him. Panda getting hit, taking quite a bit of damage. He is about 1 hit away. Yep, there is the one.
So as it is now outside of that zone, which is going to force them down out of that advantageous position for the moment. That's going to push them right into the clutches of Vibrant, who are popping that smoke to try and stop the line of sight. They are going to be starting to lay down that fight. That's 2 players from Reluctant getting knocked over already. Not looking good for them as Smitty falls as well. Vibrant's going to take a little bit of damage from Supreme there, who's trying to capitalize on their focus towards Reluctant. That's going to allow Maestro to move in to try and get some reses in to give him the best chance. Supreme finally going to fall, which means it's Vibrant against Reluctant as Maestro gets that res in. And they get ready for the final fight.
Well, this also creates the perfect opportunity now for Nova to rotate up all the way. Sneak up right on to the players here. Wow, that's a weird one. Let's go back. Thank you. Let's not do that again. Now it's up to
Maestro.
Blitz. Oh!
Yeah.
Most people can't even decide what color to wear or which burger to eat. What the does it matter, man? Autonomy is an illusion. Autonomy is an illusion. Autonomy is an illusion.
been chillin', watching the ocean with you. Baby, up with a slow motion crew. And we up in our clouds when people change, but not us. And we just chillin', kicking it, kissed by the sun. Could be soaked to the skin in the mall soon. I know she got the good vibes when seasons change, but we're the same. Even if I lost all my money, the zero runs deep, honey. And I don't need to speak a single word, 'cause you got me holding, holding. Even if my jokes aren't funny, my tongue tied up on it. And I don't need to speak a single word, 'cause you got me holding, holding. 'Cause you got me holding, holding. 'Cause you got me holding. And I'll be running, possessed by a low, low voodoo. Fired up like a wolf on a full moon. And we're stuck in a la la land. The tides will turn without us. And I'll be killing time like I might be a cartoon. Take it in real life like haiku. I know we got the good vibes when pieces fall right into place. Even if I lost all my money, the zero runs deep, honey. And I don't need to speak a single word, 'cause you got me holding, holding. Even if my jokes aren't funny, my tongue tied up on it. And I don't need to speak a single word, 'cause you got me holding, holding. 'Cause you got me holding, holding. 'Cause you got me holding. Play me like a bass guitar. Simmer down and mash me up. Tripping like I'm Jimmy at Woodstock. Drive me around in your red Ford. Shivers down my spinal cord. Oh, 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 oh. 'Cause you got me holding, holding. Even if I lost all my money, the zero runs deep, honey. And I don't need to speak a single word, 'cause you got me holding, holding. Even if my jokes aren't funny, my tongue tied up on it. slowly drifting by. All the poems I wrote for you, they made me blind, they made me lie. Heard you in the rain, will you always be there? Last thing you said.
What's up, guys? Welcome back. Yeah, bumper is not working as it should, but whatever. Here we are getting ready for our second match, and yeah, this is wow, this is gonna be a tough one. It's gonna be an interesting one as well. Just based on what we've seen in the previous two matches, it is going to be absolutely insane. Yeah, Petchy,
Yeah.
I can't wait. I can't wait. Want to get this action on the road. Well, we'll get the show on the road. There we go.
Yeah. I want to get this action on the roll as well.
yeah. All three of the top three.
Yes. All three of the top three will be discovered towards the end of the game.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm ready to get into it for sure. We've been seeing some very spicy stuff coming through. Luckily, the zones have been pretty decent to us lately, so we haven't gotten any crazy stuff. Unfortunately, no bridges. It's always nice to see a little bit of a pressure around a bridge. That's always fun. But ultimately, yeah, just some nice, good old gameplay. I'm waiting to see now if something spicy will happen in this match, or if we'll just get a sort of timid zone once again. But in any case, we're sure to see some spicy stuff coming out from the teams. They always know how to make it interesting and exciting. So I'm definitely expecting some cool stuff to happen.
Yeah. So we're just waiting now. Well, we're not waiting anymore. The match has loaded up. So let's jump over and see who do we have in the lobby. Now, as you can see there, we've got 67. Well, no, 71. All right. So the numbers are still going up. We got quite a few players in the room, of course, as you can see there, and we've got all our usual suspects here with us as well. That, of course, being the players there from Gun over in slot 5. We got MEA in 6, Uso in 7. We got the players there from the Bros in 8, Red Reserve in 9, Effects in slot 10. We've got Reluctant in 11, Oxium over in slot 12. We got Blink in 13. We got Temper in slot 14. Eclipse over in slot 15. In 17, we got the players there from Mecha 6. We got Phoenix over in slot 19. Tears of Chaos in slot 20. Nibble Odyssey over in slot 21. We also have the players from Vibrant over in slot 22. SS Syndicate in 23. And then, of course, the Immortals over in slot 24.
Yeah. Ready to see these teams jump down into the map. Waiting to see what that flight path is. We've got some interesting ones over the last few weeks. We've seen some interesting paths. We've seen pretty much everything, I think, over the last few weeks. Everything from just being completely like one-sided to completely even. So yeah, we've seen basically everything at this point. Now we're just waiting to see what we're gonna get this time around. And that's going to give us some nice insight into what we'll be seeing for the rest of the match, and where the teams are going to be dropping and whatnot. We've seen lately when the flight path does allow it, we see a lot of teams heading towards sort of South George, towards Hospital, towards Rozhok. So we'll see if that happens again. Flight path is going to be a little bit more towards the southern portion of the map, but it's going to be going from west to east, just below Lipovka.
Yep, so interesting path once again. They're giving the players some pretty good access to, you know, the southern side of the map, and also, of course, the western side, which we haven't seen much of. We did see a few teams, of course, landing, you know, George Hospital area, but, you know, some of the more outlying areas not being utilized as we usually see them being, you know, being occupied and whatever. So it'd be interesting to see where these teams are going to go to. We've got Odyssey and Eclipse, of course, now heading straight down over in towards Primorsk, and a few more teams now heading up north. We're most likely probably going to see Gun jumping out somewhere around Quarry side. Well, not yet. It seems like Slim is still in the vehicle. There we go. So Gun jumping now, heading up. So nice change up there. The teams, of course, mixing it up a little bit, keeping us guessing as well as to where it is they are heading to. So, yeah, I definitely think we want to start off with this fight over here with, you know, Nibble and the players there, of course, from Eclipse and Blink. So it seems like Eclipse now just going a little bit further towards the north, not landing right here in Primorsk, but of course Blink right there with Odyssey.
Yeah, interesting thing that you brought up there was about the fact that a lot of teams weren't utilizing the more farther reaches of the map like we would expect. So that could be a potential thing for some teams to look into come in the next couple of matches over the next few weeks. Maybe look at some of the least populated areas where the teams don't like to drop, because right now we're seeing the same sort of population heading towards Rozhok and School. A lot of teams around there. We've got Immortals, we've got Uzo, we've got Gun, we've got Vibrant, very, very close in proximity with one another. And that could be some crucial information, because the fact that so many teams constantly drop in those specific spots means that you could potentially plan, you know, some more aggressive plays or some more passive plays going into the next, you know, the next few games in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, it would definitely be something to look at and something to consider. You know, as keeping things, you know, consistent all the way through with, you know, your drop location, and that makes your team, you know, a little bit predictable in a sense.
Yeah.
You know, and you can of course then have teams that, you know, specifically work towards what your strategy is. You know, as to where you, if you mix it up just ever so slightly, you know, nothing major, just, you know, instead of maybe dropping, I don't know, your usual spot, you know, pick a spot where, you know, not a lot of people drop, you know, just to mix it up and keep the, you know, the opposing teams guessing, you know, like having everyone trying to wonder what's going on, because I think at the end of the day that makes the game a little bit more interesting. It turns up, you know, the level of difficulty for the teams, because, you know, most of the time, you know, if you want to go find a team, let's say like Temper for instance, you know, they jump Pachinki. You know, that's where you're gonna go. If you wanna go fight with Temper, you go to Pachinki. You can see them right there.
Yeah. So that could be something that could potentially be prepared for the next couple of games. Maybe some teams could take notice of that and maybe take advantage of it. Meanwhile, a couple of fights have actually broken out all across the map. We've had some in Primorsk, we've had some down in the Sosnovka military base. So we're seeing a couple of shots firing off just sort of across the board, just hits and picks here and there. We do have Phoenix very close to Mecha 6 down there in Myelta, and of course the SS and MEA team close in Sosnovka. Have Tears of Chaos and Eclipse just next to Quarry, Blink and Odyssey and Primorsk. And we're seeing some shots going across the board.
Yeah, no, it's great to see all the action. I just want to try and find where the Immortals are. No, that's not them. Where did they go?
They're just next to ruins.
Oh,
in the sort of sunken city there.
They're all stacked on each other. I can't see them. Well done. Reluctant just took out another team there, and I think the Immortals also took down. Oh, the Slayer are opening fire over towards Unseen. Yeah, so I had a bit of a potato stall there. Yeah, casters are allowed to potato at times. Down goes the players there from Mecha 6. We got Joker and Unseen. Now, the two remaining players left here for Mecha 6. So let's see, will they be able to pull this one off? They're, of course, now moving up over towards the roofs. Now, let's see, will they be able to use this vantage point to their advantage? Or will it be to their disadvantage? We got Joker and Unseen. Now, if this is the same Unseen that I think it is, yeah, some of yeah, we'll see. Maybe he sneaks in a few sneak attacks. That's what I'm waiting for, hoping for.
Yeah,
He's got to live up to his name.
yeah, maybe he'll go unseen for a little bit and get some spicy shits in, get some quick kills there towards Phoenix, who is in the surrounding buildings.
Yeah, well, hopefully. We've got, ooh, the Nova crates. Let's just quickly jump over to the Nova crates. We got Effects and the players, of course, now here. Ooh, Panda gets those hits in on SS. We got Red Reserve and Effects also battling it out. Cinderella moving in. No glass slippers on this one.
Oh, yeah, Unseen also getting spotted and taken down.
Here we
MEA
go.
taking a lot of damage.
Ooh.
So is Effects. Effects getting dead shots straight into the skull. Unseen as well, going down, getting thirsted there. Joker getting clapped by the Car 98.
So it's great to see the teams now turning up the heat, you know, battling it out. We got Jabro and Vile right there. Rolex also just up ahead. Let's see, will he be able to fend off MEA as they're now trying to push up onto the second floor. You can see them, of course, now quite split up their Effects, getting those hits in on Red Reserve. We've got a few Grens now flying up. Ooh, Opium going down. Panda trying to get this push on Rolex. We got Vile rotating up the side there. Jabro just patiently waiting. Now let's see, will they get the hits? Will it happen? Oh, Jabro pushes up right in towards Panda.
No, the fight's pretty much happening all the way on this island here. Effects
Yeah, no,
against
that's
Red.
It's just the island style, I guess. Ooh,
Yeah,
nicely done.
Yeah, Reds will win that out. So we now have 3 teams in the lobby, that being Mecha 6, Effects, and Uzo. So that's 3 teams out, 15 teams remaining. We still have MEA and SS sitting here right slap bang in the center of the military base. Meanwhile, the rest of the teams towards the zone, we have Oxium and Phoenix there just beneath and to the side of my altar. Just around farm, we have Temper, we have Vibrant, and Gun sitting all around in that spot. Gun getting exploded with some Grens there as well. Some teams moving in there from Primorsk, coming just towards along the coastline towards the zone, just getting themselves nice and comfy. We do have these bridges still inside the zone, so we could potentially see some bridge camping maybe. It's what I've been waiting for all these games. We are going to see some shots going forward between Phoenix and Oxium there. Some shots just going off as we wait for the fights to break out once again.
Or for the fights to be concluded. So this one between SS and MEA.
It's been going.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a stalemate at the moment. We've got, you know, the players. They've got some pretty good cover on the, you know, the possible ways into their position, but I think it also puts them at a bit of a risky spot. Panda quickly sending one in. There we go. Is Jabro gonna flinch? No, it's just a quick smoke, just trying to get him to twitch.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Phoenix is moving up on Oxium as well, so this is about to happen just there underneath my altar. Ziad moving in very quickly as the assault comes through. Oxium going to be knocking over Maniac. Alien going down as well. Oh, looks like the bro is going to be jumping out of cars. Oh, SS taking the hits finally.
Rolex 2 hits away from the lobby, and down he goes. Well done. There we go.
Finally, that stalemate comes to a conclusion.
Whew. Oh, beautiful grin on Roshi. Wow, Tears of Chaos and Blink also now battling it out. We've got Phoenix already on 5 kills.
Yeah, they've been certainly putting in the work. Phoenix are doing some good old hunting, going already, getting those teams. Roshi going to get knocked by a great nade, sent back to the lobby as Phoenix continue their assault, not giving up, unrelentless towards their opponents. Oxium just getting chased down and absolutely wiped.
Well, let's see. Will Riggs be able to pull this one off? Will he get it? He is the last remaining player. Out comes Phoenix, puts the hits in, and down they go. Well done. Well done, well done, well done. Reluctant also about to get a few hits in here. Let's see, will the players from Eclipse rotate close enough? No, off they go.
No, just pass by.
Yeah, quick drive
just
by.
taking a casual drive through the countryside.
Yes, sir. Right. So 13 teams, 46 players remaining. Woo!
Yes, that reaction.
Yeah. No, this is gonna be one of those crazy zones once again. I'm not complaining, don't get me wrong. I'm not complaining whatsoever. I'm merely making an observation. This is going to be in a crazy zone once again. And it's going to be interesting to see which team will be the team to get the win. We had Vibrant getting the win in the previous one, in the previous crazy zone. So let's see who will get the win in this crazy zone. So Gun keeping a watchful eye.
Going to see. We're certainly going to see. Especially considering the 46 players and well, they are surviving pretty well. Ooh. Clip's going to be taking some damage. Gun going to be pulling the trigger on towards them.
Yeah. Ooh, that one's got to sting a little bit.
Just
uno poquito. Un poquito. Whatever. That one, just a little.
Well, you can see the zone there a lot smaller, just towards the southern-western side of the map portion here. You can see the rest of the teams need to make their way inside. Still plenty of teams in the middle. We've got Reluctant and Eclipse there sitting nice and comfy. We've got the Temper team up towards the northern side of the zone. Odyssey about to make their way in. Red moving up from across the bridge. Gun moving in. We've got Blink and Tears of Chaos both moving up from the one side. Immortals and the Bros coming in, as well as Vibrant. They're going to squeeze themselves in. 44 players into the zone, and it's only going to get smaller from there. I'm expecting some teams to clash right about now as Gun moves in. Could potentially be coming right in contact with Eclipse and Reluctant.
Yeah, so let's see if Jesus will be able to fend them off if they decide to move up into this direction. No, but they try to get those heads in. Pyro now, of course, trying to find a good spot. Pull up his handbrake, but Reluctant not letting him do that just yet. Vehicle might get blown up. Please blow up. Blow up. Come on. Come on.
You just like seeing those things explode.
It's amazing. I love it. It's like one of my favorite things. Oh, Raid getting hit by Risk. Man. Yeah, I like it when the vehicles blow up. It just looks so cool.
Yeah, we could tell. We could tell. Down there towards the south, we've got Odyssey making their way over against Red. Just close little buddies there waiting for some shots to come through. Rest of the teams a little bit uncomfortable there towards the west. That red zone just threatening to do some damage potentially.
Well,
the rest of the teams gotta do something.
Yeah. Red Reserve definitely reserving. I don't know. Whatever, they're reserving something.
What are they reserving?
I don't know. You can fill in the gap and then you laugh at that because it's funny.
No.
Such a clever
That's
comment.
not how that works.
Yes, it's
That's
a DIY.
Not how those work.
It's a DIY.
Okay.
It's a DIYC. Do it yourself comment. Griff now getting pushed. Silent Beast and Stevo moving up. Haven't seen Stevo in quite a while though. Welcome back, Stevo. Unless your name changed from something else back to Stevo. Oh, down he goes. Comes Cinderella. Looking for his shoe. You'll get it. You'll get it. Come on, come on. Ah, Cinderella Slipper is in the lobby. Well done to Odyssey.
Yeah, there goes Red, sent back to the lobby. Zone once again even smaller, but we still have 40 players left. Now it's Immortals and Temper, as well as the Bros all the way towards the northern side of the zone. They're about to run face first into one another unless they can escape somehow. Now we do have the rest of the teams radiating in from the south. Vibrant in there from the east. Some teams straggling in there from the west, but it's going to be Immortals against Temper. And the Bros coming in from behind.
MFB and the Immortals get taken down. Well done, well done. Now the Bros trying to sneak up. Let's see, will they get those hits? Will they get them in? We got Fats, Yachty, CJ, and Rilla. See, I'll be rooting for Rilla now, because then I can say go Rilla.
No.
Yes, go Rilla, you're getting hit.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I can't comment without cringe. You know that. You need the cringe.
Yeah, we've learned that by now.
Yes.
I think.
Yes.
Now it looks like Pyro is actually separated from the main squad there, going up against Phoenix. Pyro is trapped inside the house here. The rest of the gun squad all the way towards the southern portion of the map. So Phoenix could potentially just take Pyro down here unless he can make something crazy happen. Oh, teams are rushing him. Pyro's getting some shots down. There goes Inspector. He's still surviving. Pyro doing so much work. Maniac goes down as well. Pyro just playing so well around the corner. Still taking out more. Slay goes down, but finally Pyro gets knocked. He just knocked like 3 players there by himself. Almost single-handedly putting up a defense against Phoenix there.
Oh, well done, well done. Now let's see if Yachty and CJ would be able to do the same against the guys from Temper here. As you can see, Temper still in full force up ahead. And we've got the Bros just spread out here. We got Rilla getting a quick res in there on Mr. Fats. Nerf getting a hit in on Shroud. Ooh, that's the Thirst as well. Down and out he goes. Spectator slot for you, my friend. Ooh.
Yeah. So that is Temper and the Bros up there towards the north, sort of